Okay, hello, we are ready now for notes on 5-6 titled Inequalities in Two Triangles. This is very similar to the previous section where we talked about one triangle, now two triangles, but it's not that much more difficult. This first theorem, 561, is titled the hinge theorem, and it reads, if two sides of one triangle are congruent to two sides of another triangle, and the included angles are not congruent, then the longer third side is across from the larger angle. Remember, the longer the side opposite the angle, the larger the angle. The shorter side means a smaller angle. And then the second theorem, 562, just is the converse of that. So you got that in your notes. Let's look at an example. If you look at these two triangles, and remember the shared side in the middle, I can mark with a tick mark. So you see I have on the top triangle, I have a side of 4 and a side of 4, so I have one side equal, and I have this shared side equal. Color it red there. So that gives me my two sides. If I don't have those two sides congruent, then I can't continue with the problem. So here's my direction. Change to blue. It says compare the measure of angle BAC. Let's go find BAC. BAC will be this angle right here. Notice the opposite side has a length of 7. Back to the directions, I also have to compare the measure of angle DAC. So let's go find DAC. DAC is this measure right here, or the angle right there. And notice its opposite side has a length of 6. So which angle is bigger? Well, of course, it's the one that goes with the 7. So we could write the measure of angle, the 7 is BAC, is greater than the measure of angle DAC, because the 7 is bigger than the 6. Now, of course, I know what you're asking. Could you go the other way and put a less than symbol? And the answer is sure. You could put the measure of angle DAC is less than the measure of angle BAC. Either way is fine. Less than, greater than. Let's look at the next slide. Compare, well, first of all, let's make sure we got some things equal. I see a 12 and a 12, so I got those congruent, and I have a shared side in the middle, so I'm good to go. I have those two sides. That allows me to continue. I have to find the measure, compare the measure of EG8. Let's go find that. EG8, it's this one right here. Opposite side looks like it's this 9. The second angle, I'll circle it, is EGF. So it's this angle I put in green, and its opposite side is a measure of 10. Well, 10 is bigger than 9, so I can write the measure of angle, make sure I get it right, EGF, that's my 10, so that's got to be greater than the measure of angle EGH. And of course, you can write it the other way around and put a less than symbol in the middle. Let's look at slide 4. Now we are comparing lengths. Side lengths. I'm comparing EF to FG. Well, EF is opposite this 82. But EG is opposite, I don't know. Well, how can we figure out that angle? what you do is you take 180 and subtract 82 because it makes a linear pair. That makes 98. So this angle is 98 because they have to add up to 180. So I could say, well, the bigger one looks like FG because 98's bigger. So I could write FG is bigger or greater than EF. And of course, you can flip them around and put a less than symbol in there. No problem. The fifth slide, comparing BC to AB. Well, it looks like this side BC, I'm putting green, have the opposite angle of 65. And AB over here, I'll put in blue, has an opposite angle of 64. So which side is bigger? Of course, it's the one that goes with the 65. So my answer would be BC is greater than AB. Or, of course, AB is less than BC. Again, because 65 is bigger than 64. Let's look at our last slide. Now we got to throw in a variable. We have this variable K. This one says, find the range of values for K. In other words, solve for K. Well, if you look, this angle is 5K minus 12, and the opposite side is 18. And this angle, 38, is opposite a length of 19. So which one's bigger? Well, the 38 has to be bigger. So 38 is greater than 5K minus 12. Well, to solve that, technically, I'm going to put the 5K minus 12 first because I like my variable to go first. Switch it to less than, and then 38. And I want to solve that for K. Basically, I want to add 12 to each side. That gives me 5K is less than 50. And then divide by 5. That gives me 10, right? So K has to be less than 10. So notice my directions say find the range of values for K, and that answer is simply K has to be less than 10. Hey, that's all I've got. Thanks for watching.